And welcome along. It's Thursday, the 9th of September 2021. Very good evening to you, gang, and welcome to tonight's little chat show coming to you from the Chapel Hill Marina in Lincolnshire. I have to say, I'm feeling a little bit tacky tonight. Do you know what I mean? A little bit hot. It's been a hot day. I thought it was going to get a little bit cooler, but as well as the heat, we've had some terrific rain here. Have you had any storms where you are? I wonder. I was woken up twice last night. I don't know what time. I tend not to look at the clock when I wake up. I was woken up twice last night by a really heavy battering of rain. And then literally just after the alarm clock went off this morning at 7:15, it started absolutely chucking it down. And when you're in a caravan with a metal roof, the one thing that is probably the most pleasurable thing about being in a caravan is being in a nice cosy bed, right, with rain coming down on the roof. Oh, it's just lovely. I didn't want to get up. It's not very often I don't want to get up. You know, have you had any storms where you are? I was just speaking to my mate on the phone a little bit earlier on. They've had a bit of lightning down in Bracknell in Berkshire. And quite a lot of rain, like, you know, torrential downpours and then nothing. Not like a long period of constant rain. And the garden needs it because it was rather looking parched. It's a little bit parched. Are you feeling parched? But what about you? Have you had any storms where you are today or two, or perhaps last night? Do let us know. There's a text number 07451 287 337, or you can join on the email as well. Here's my email address, all right. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk is my email address, all right. We've been collecting your raffle tickets, and we will have the raffle at some point between now and the end of the show today. Okay, so stand by for that a little bit later on. You will, of course, need your raffle ticket numbers, all right. When I gave you out the raffle tickets, I gave you out a number, and it will be up to you to claim, because when we pull it, we only give out the numbers. If you've lost the number, don't claim on the off chance that it might be you, because then you will be barred from future raffle tickets, because it's not in playing with the spirit of the game, darling. Not playing with the spirit of the game. I do have a little bit of devastating news today. Bit of devastating news, and that is a text received from the delightful Mark Bowles at around 6:30 p.m. tonight, which informs us can't make tonight's show, working day and night. Have a good one and catch the next one from you. Devastating. No Mark Bowles tonight. So I may have to have just a temporary fill-in for Mark Bowles, all right? So once again, if you want to join in, send us a text, 07451 287 337, and I'll read some of those in a little while, all right? I have to say, the poster that I advertised in the show today about hot tubs, anyone got one of these? You got one? My sister had one. They've still got it, but I think it's out of order at the moment, and it's kind of what do you call it? The kind of, I don't know what you call it, little house, like a shed with windows. What do you call that? A Wendy house? I don't know. That it's in is kind of deteriorating a little bit. But do you have a hot tub? My nephew's got a hot tub. It's not quite like that. It's more of like a blow up thing, which the children absolutely love. They love going in a hot tub. I've mentioned before, I'm not keen on things like hot tubs. I just feel they're full of, like, viruses and bacteria. Of course, it's no different, I suppose, to going in a swimming pool. I mean, there's hundreds of people going in a swimming pool before you've got in there. And maybe if you go in someone's hot tub, only 2 or 3 people have been in that. So it must be worse than a swimming pool, I suppose. I was thinking about getting a swimming pool. It's not a huge one. One of those everlasting ones with a pump at one end, but I kind of went off that idea. The bloke who used to run the swimming pool that I went to up at the Hilton, I might go to the council run one. Well, it's not council run, they sold it off. The council one run in Bracknell, and indeed here. I've been swimming today, and that was lovely. No one in there. There was me, a fella next to me, a fella and his little boy, I think it was, or little girl, one of those two. And there was a couple in the lane swimming. That was it. And it's a huge pool. It's only £4.50 here, pay as you go. I'm not coming up here enough at the moment to sort of, you know, do the whole subscribe thing. But I've only been swimming once this week. Felt terrible. You know how it is. If any of you go sort of any sort of exercise on a regular sort of basis, whether it's be the gym, the swimming pool, walking, running, if you don't do it, you feel really bad, don't you? I do. I felt wonderful when I came out of there. But hot tubs. The Sun is reporting be very dangerous if you get a hot tub. Very dangerous things, darling. All these wonderful gadgets that are sent out to kill us. I mean, I could touch something in here in a moment, something metal, and electrocute myself to death. Let's hope the camera's running at the time. We might get a few more subscribers. I might get a tip if I suddenly die on there, mightn't I? That might be a thing. A mum in the Sun is sending out a warning to fellow parents after her son, a little boy, was rushed to hospital following a hot tub injury that left him unconscious. Now, you couldn't make this up. I understand how hot tubs and swimming pools work. There's a bit of a suction going on somewhere, what takes the water out, removes the dirt from the water in basic terms. Don't start getting all scientific. Oh, well, actually, you're quite wrong. What happens for... You know what I mean. There's some sort of suction thing going on there, takes the water out, cleans it up and chucks it back in again so that you don't get those viruses and the bacteria. Well, this lady's little boy had been using the hot tub when he was sucked under by a filter. I mean, I don't know how powerful these filters are. I wouldn't have thought it could, suck a person towards it, but this is what she's saying. I'm finding it difficult to believe, to be honest. Her son had been using the hot tub when he was sucked under by a filter and could not escape. It took 3 men to release him from the hot tub. Dangerous, with the boy being left unconscious and rushed to hospital. Now, he's got some serious bruising on his back. I've got to show you this. This picture's from the Sun, okay? Yeah, this poor lad. I mean, it looks... would you say that's a bruise or a burn? I don't know. Look at this. That's the damage he suffered. Look at that! That looks like a burn to me. Posting to Facebook, the mum warned of the life-threatening dangers hot tubs can have as she urged other parents to watch their kids at all times when using the hot tub, spa or pool. I mean, blimey, I never knew such a thing could happen to you. But it's true, if you've got little people, any sign of water, you've got to watch them constantly. And I'll give you a very good example of this. Great-nephew Harry, some years ago now, I think he was 4 or 5 at the time, something like that. We were in Tattershall Lakes, which is not far from here. We had some tickets to use the swimming pool. I can't remember why we had these tickets. But anyway, so we're in this swimming pool, right? And great niece Evie by then had managed to take her things off. What are they called? Rubber ring type things around the arms and the waist. I can't remember exactly what she had now. But anyway, she got to the point where she could take these off and swim, right? Well, Harry's seen her do this, okay? Now, you know how long those damn things take to get on a child, right? Those rubber rings, and you're pushing these damn things up, and it's terrible to get them on. A lot quicker to take them off, let me tell you. Okay? So, Harry's on the side of the pool, and he was with me. I was in the pool, and I was watching him. I kid you not, I turned around for a second, and I turned back in again. Where's Harry gone? And I saw the buoyancy aids. I saw the buoyancy aids that he'd had round his arms on the side of the pool. Where's Harry gone? He's only gone and jumped in. This is not deep water for an adult. You can stand up. But nevertheless, he's gone in the bloody pool and I could see him, grabbed him quickly and dragged him up, at which point he's just laughing his head off. So dangerous. You cannot take your eyes off a child when they're anywhere near water. So dangerous. But, I mean, how hard is this pump working in this hot tub? That's what I want to know. Sharing pictures of her son in hospital and the visible injuries injuries I just showed you he sustained. She wrote, "Safety warning to all parents. Please read the whole story. On Sunday, our son was using a hot tub when he was sucked under by a filter inlet within the tub. The filter outlet is covered partially, but there's a large rectangular hole which takes in the water and sends it to the filter, and was sucked into this outlet and could not escape." Now, there's got to be something missing on that, isn't there? Wouldn't a filter, there wouldn't be a big hole in it. Surely there'd be some sort of gauze on it or something like that. The mum continued, "Family were in full view, and as soon as this occurred, they immediately rushed to his assistance. It took 3 men to release him from the suction, despite the tub being turned off straight away." Well, I suppose it's produced a vacuum in there, isn't it? It's a little bit like, when you got the Hoover on, and for a laugh, you stick it to your face, don't you? It's quite hard to pull off, isn't it? But you can do it. Presumably, this even has got more vacuum on it. She recalled how her son was left unconscious when he was pulled from the hot tub and required CPR, wow, before being airlifted to hospital. When he was pulled out, he was unconscious and CPR was restarted. My son was airlifted to hospital where he received brilliant treatment. And he recovered over a period of days. But just imagine if they weren't watching him. She assured those reading her post that her son was now on the mend and at home, and issued a warning to fellow parents. Can't believe it. I just don't understand how that's happened. I really don't. Unless there was something wrong with it. Is it? Have you got a hot tub? My nephew's got a hot tub. And as I say, the children love going. Gary goes in there as well. They go in that hot, big blowing up hot tub thing. They love it. They love to splash me as I go past. It's got a cover on it as well. I think I'd just stick to the swimming pools. Thank you very much. You can't swim many lengths in a hot tub, can you? Unless it's one of those great big ones. Huh? I don't think... Have I ever been in a hot tub? I've been in a bubble type thing a couple of times. I haven't actually been in a hot tub. They're very similar, aren't they? Anyway, be careful of hot tubs. Let's read some of your messages. If you want to join in today, 07451287337. Just a reminder, gang, I'm not in the chat box at all. Okay, that's just for you to talk to each other. If you want to join in on the show, please send an email, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, or send us a text, 07451287337. Good evening to Diane Jebb. Good evening, my darling. All right, Diane, welcome to our show. Good evening to Shania on the Isle of Wight. Have you ever been in a hot tub, Shania? Is that your sort of thing? They just don't... I don't know why, but they do not appeal to me at all. Hot tubs. Very strange and mysterious. Good evening to Maureen. Hello to Maureen. Oh, Maureen, I've got something for you. Look, and I brought them in for you to see. Look, Maureen, your present has arrived. They are little paper microphone covers. Do you mind if I get one out? Can I get one out? Because I don't know what they look like. Right. So these are, if you're going to karaoke or something like that, right? You take one of these out when it's your turn. You take one of these out and you just put it over the microphone. And if there's any nasty spit or, coronavirus on any of the microphones, this should... help with you not catching coronavirus. Let's have a look. Oh, here they are. How do these work then? Oh, there seems to be... Oh, there's 2 in there. I have no idea how these work. Just bear with me for a moment, my darlings. Thanks for your messages. I'm going to read those in a moment. Here we are. Oh, okay, right. Oh, look, there we are. Look at it. It goes on like a little hat. It's like a little hat. Isn't it? Oh, and it's got a little bit of elastic, and that just goes over your microphone. You could also use it as a nose thing, couldn't you? Does that work? Is that an improvement? What do you think? Is that an improvement? All right, Maureen. So there you go. And there's it's a great big bag. I think it's 200 in there. Well, 199 now. I'll put the one I haven't used back in there, my darling. And they're yours. All right. I told you I was going to get you some of those. All right, Maureen. They'll be down at the pub tomorrow. Now, let me read the rest of Maureen's email. Maureen says, "Hi Chris. Oh, hi Chris. I was planning to go to your karaoke tomorrow. DJ Chris said not to go until he gets his test results of his COVID test. Or was he at? Yes, he was talking to me on the phone, which should be Saturday morning. So if the results are negative, I will see you Saturday night. I will give you sandwiches then. Oh, don't worry about the sandwiches on a Saturday night, Maureen. You don't have to worry, my darling. That's all right, love. Just bring yourself, my love. If Chris can't come, you can always come on your own. Can't you, my darling? All right? But they will be there for you. If you're not there Saturday, don't worry. I'll leave them in the car now that I've got them, darling. All right, and that's it. Oh, what's this? AMD Catalyst. Oh, I just got something come up on my broadcast computer which says AMD Catalyst Control Center. Like a little menu has come up. Shall I press it and see what happens? It's always a worrying thing when Now, we could now go off stream, right? Let me just press it and see what happens. AMD Catalyst Control area. Oh, AMD Graphics. Check for driver updates. Oh, okay. Oh, it's something to do with the displays and all that, is it? Okay. Right, well, I'll look at that a little bit later. I did wonder what it was. Anyway, Maureen, yes, I hope he's all right there, my darling. He got pinged, didn't he? He got pinged. Because Maureen and Chris, they go to a karaoke on Sunday nights. And I gather this is the one where the bloke don't clean the microphones. I don't know where it is. But Chris said the bloke looked really ill on Sunday night and he was sweating and all that. And now they've both been pinged on the NHS app there. So I hope that's all right for you, Maureen. Anyway, don't worry, they'll be in the car for you, all right? Good evening to Gary Ross. Evening to you. Gary Ross is in the house. Good evening, Northern Ireland. Come in, Northern Ireland. Ulster Television. Who was that camp queen who done the introductions in between the programmes on Ulster Television, didn't he? Eh? There we are. Shania is not interested in hot tubs. Me neither, darling. What about swimming? Do you go swimming at all? Have you got a large or several swimming pools on the Isle of Wight? Presumably you have. Aye? Have you got any Lidos on the Isle of Wight? Like outdoor swimming pools? Got anything like that on there? Evening to the very, very lovely Sherry Parish. Evening, Sherry. Hello to Chris and your loyal viewers. Lovely to hear your voice again. Thank you, Sherry. And there's my mate Charlie Ray is in the house. Go Charlie. Go Charlie. Go Charlie. Oh, I went to see him and his sister Paige and their mum Kelly. She recently had COVID a few weeks ago. Do you remember I told you? Yeah, boy, that I went round to see them. Was it last night or the night before? One of the two. That was nice, wasn't it? We just sat there and he was showing me all his school books, and Paige got her school books out, and we're having a little look for that. And they got this little Chihuahua dog. Chihuahua! Chihuahua! Who was a bit nervous of me. They got these great big bulging eyes, those little dogs, haven't they? What a lovely little dog. Chihuahua! I didn't realise they watched me on the big telly downstairs in the living room. Very nice. I will be sending your little bits and pieces out for you on Monday. So expect to have those Wednesday. Okay, Charlie? Charlie and Paige? And there's something extra that I'm going to put in for both of you. One each. No, I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to seal my... I'm going to tell you. It's a secret, and I'm not going to tell you. That's it. Okay? Something coming in the post for you. You should have it Wednesday, maybe Thursday, all right? There'll be what I promised you and 2 other things. And you will like the 2 other things. Okay? They are for your rooms. All right? Nope, not telling you what they are, Charlie. Nope, not telling you, mate. He says thank you. That's all right. The excitement is building. You can have a whole week now of excitement, wondering what's coming. All right. Evening to lovely Mandy Davenport. Evening, Mandy. It's not far from you. Haven't had a single drop of rain. Are you in Mablethorpe, Mandy, by any chance, at the caravan place or Skegness? Eh? Are you at Mablethorpe? They have a seal sanctuary there, which is quite a nice little thing. It's not a whole day thing. It's not that big, but it's nice to go there. It's a charity run thing. Great nephew Harry has had a seal adopted for him in the Mablethorpe Seal Sanctuary. It's funny, you know, as you walk around, and Harry became very attached to this seal. You know, that was just in the water, and he couldn't. he just wanted to stay with it. Funny, isn't it, how our children are sometimes? Sweet, really. Sweet, isn't it, eh? Evening to George Bond joining us today. Good evening to you, George. John Paris says, well, where are we now? Nice. There we go. Evening, John. Who's going to sit in for Mark? I have all the requirements, only larger. Not really, John. No, you don't. You look nothing like Mark Bowles, darling. Can I just give you an update on what Mark looks like? There you go. Do you look like that, my love? No. No. You don't look like that, do you? Paige, who is Charlie, she's not quite good. She's very, very young, bless her heart. Paige is Charlie's sister, and she says, "Why do you fancy Mark Bowles? You need a woman in your life." That's what Paige is. She'll understand in a few years' time. Thank you, John. Good evening to Jason Hughes. Hello to you, Jason. Evening, Jason. Rachel Wheatland in the house. Evening, Rachel. All right, love. Gary Ross. Julian Simmons. That's the name. That's the name, isn't it? Is the Ulster television presenter. He always works at the internal airport. What, at Belfast Airport? Is that where he works now? Because they got rid of. I think they got rid of the continuity announcers as well now, haven't they? Ulster Television. Weren't they one of the last ones to do it? I think them and Channel Television were the last ones to get rid of their continuity announcers, which I think is a great shame, to be honest. I really do. The whole old ITV setup where you had, you know, a group of people in each area that you identified with, such as Julian for where you are. I think it was a big mistake doing that, and it all become one just centralised, faceless bureaucracy, really. Took all the localness out of it, didn't it? It's all very well. Oh, now, well, we still do the local news. That's not local, darling. You might be doing the news. What about the rest of it? The lot of, you know, the face that you would identify with, like in London, you know, Thames and London Weekend, Tom Edwards and people like that. Philip Elsmore, Peter Marshall, you remember him on Thames doing the continuity announcing? Used to love all that. Mandy is at Golden Sands, Mablethorpe. I know that one, yeah. Okay. Well, I hope you don't get flooded, darling. I think that one floods, doesn't it? Or is that Ingermoles? Might be one of them floods up there in Mablethorpe. We'd had lots of rain, darling. I'm getting out of here before that rain comes down the hills and ends up in the river up there. I don't want to be floating away doing my radio show tomorrow morning, thank you. Gary Ross. Julian works on the customer service desk at the International Airport. Thank you very much, Gary. Oh, well, I expect to bump into him at one point. We are all colleagues doing the same thing, darling, aren't we? All colleagues. That's it. 07451287337. My text number on the show tonight. There's no harm in it, you know. No harm in it. The Daily Star reporting. An alligator. This is about a week old, this story, but it's been hanging around my systems. I'm trying to get rid of the old stories so we can move on, dear. The victim, alligator lurking by shed, tears off pensioner's arm and drags him into the water. We got a lot of dodgy water stories today. If you're not being sucked into the pump in a blooming hot tub, you could have an alligator tear your arm off. Charlie, are there any alligators hiding at this moment behind the settee? I know you're laughing there now, aren't you? You're saying, no, there's no alligators. What about spiders? Yes, spiders. Or, when you leave that door open, Daddy long legs, Daddy long... We need some echo for that. One moment, please. One moment, please. Daddy long... Is that echo on? Daddy long legs, Daddy long legs. Ah, Daddy long legs. Yes, but you might not have alligators. Hello? Now, why is that still on? The echo's still on. I don't know why that is. Oh, I turned it off there. But, yes, you might not have any alligators there. It could be where there would be a spider or two hiding under that settee. Probably where Mummy is sitting. Be warned. But, yes, an alligator tore off a pensioner's arm as he waded through his shed in floodwaters doing a devastating attack. That's twice we've used that word now. Devastating tonight. What a great word. Can you use that in a sentence? Send a sentence in right now with the word devastated in it. Go on. Think of one. Send it in 07451 287 337. Think of a sentence where you can use the word devastated. See, I could be a school teacher, wouldn't it? Hello, children, shut up. There would be a lot of smacking of if I was a school teacher. We have to have punishment. Physical punishment is the only way. I always remember when I was at school, some boy was doing bad things, and the teacher put him up against the wall and gun stapled him to the wall so he couldn't get off. Ow, can't do that now. That's really cruel. Yeah, but it was fun. And who can never forget the flying blackboard duster? Yes, so dangerous. Anyway, this 71-year-old pensioner was set upon in Louisiana in the US. So don't worry, it's not happening here. Well, there might be some alligators here. You don't know. How do you know? There's not one. There might be one hiding under my caravan now. Let me listen. I'm concerned there are alligators under my caravan now, nibbling away at my floor. His wife heard the noise from the shed and saw the alligator attacking him. Very dangerous. She pulled her husband onto the stairs and rushed to get help. By the time she got back, her partner was gone and is now presumed dead. It's gone. It's been eaten. I don't want to be eaten by an alligator. Don't want to be eaten by an alligator. Or a daddy long legs. Daddy long legs. Ah, daddy long legs. It's awful. The fire protection officer said the alligator was likely in the area because of the floodwaters, according to WDSU TV. Yeah, you're watching WDSU TV in, where is it again? It's got to be Florida, isn't it, that area? No, Louisiana. There's a picture of the alligator. Aren't they fat? Alligators. They must have a lot to eat. They get very fat, don't they? Dear me. Unfortunately, the worst case scenario seems to have happened. It is an area that has lots of swampland, alligators, very dangerous conditions. Wow. They waited for the sun to come up to look. No man detected. No man detected. Be very careful if you ever go somewhere with alligators. Charlie Ray is devastated that I never win the raffle. Very good, Charlie Ray. Charlie Ray. Anyone else want to have a go? Charlie Ray is devastated that he never wins the raffle. I love it. Anyone else? Rachel, I'm devastated that I drank a whole bottle of wine to myself last night on our girls' evening out. Oh, I didn't know you was a bit of an alcoholic, Rachel. Yes, she's an alcoholic. Something's happened. I will be having a little glass of champagne around Christmas time. My mate has booked afternoon tea at Claridge's at Christmas with a choir. I kid you not. There's a choir there and everything. It's one Sunday afternoon. Can't wait for that. How exciting is that? After Christmas afternoon tea at Claridge's. We've been there once before. Oh, it's lovely. I'll get some videos for you, don't worry. All right. Thank you, Rachel. Anyone else want to use the word devastated? Come on. Good evening to Ray Reynolds International, who is head of all ukuleles everywhere. When I'm cleaning windows. Da, 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 da. When are you coming down again to Central Station Karaoke? Well, have I got to put the poster up yet? Hang on, let me see if I put the poster up. I don't know if I put that up now. Hang on, let me see if I can do it. I do have a new karaoke poster. I don't know if it's here. Hang on. I should put that up, really, shouldn't I? I've got it set up at home. At the Mirable Studios in Royal Berkshire. I don't know if it's on this computer yet. Have I put it on here? Sometimes it takes me a little while to get around to doing things, as you well know, my loves. Here it is. Here it is. Let's put it up now for you. One moment, please. Trying to connect you, and here it comes. Bing! There we are. Are you coming? What day are you coming? Be warned, Friday is quite busy there now. It's very busy there on a Friday. Saturday works better. if you prefer a quiet night, Ray. It's about time you brought that ukulele in. That must be all dusty now, isn't it? It's all dusty, a little bit like yourself, not been used for a while. Thank you, Ray. Yes, Friday night, karaoke tomorrow, 7:30 to 11. Join us on the live stream. If you've not been able to find the live stream, it's very easy. If you're watching me on YouTube, just minimise, make the window in the middle of your screen rather than the whole screen. And then you should see featured channels, one of which is karaoke. Okay, that's where the video show will be tomorrow night, right about 7:30, 7:45, 8 o'clock, depending how many people are in and whether we've set up properly or not. All right, Ray. Any more people going to use the word devastated today, please? Devastated, eh? I'm devastated that McDonald's have run out of milkshakes. Oh, terrible. Talking of which, do you remember I said to you, I think I've said to you before, the McDonald's in Bracknell, they don't seem to have the idea of customer service. Funnily enough, on the We Love Bracknell Facebook page today, someone's put something on there. My God, the amount of comments of people that are really unhappy with the customer services in McDonald's in Bracknell is unbelievable. The biggest thing seems to be cold food. You know, nothing worse than cold chips, is there? They're just not nice. And similarly, there's nothing worse than a McDonald's milkshake that has been allowed to slightly warm up. It's got to be cold. It doesn't work, does it, eh? Funny, isn't it? Evening to Paul in Cornwall. Evening, Paul, who says that I hope tonight... hello, mate. Tonight, it was our 11th anniversary yesterday. Oh, happy anniversary to Paul and his missus. Oh, don't tell me. I'm now connected. I'm now connecting to my mainframe. Joe, that's it. Paul and Joe. Anniversary yesterday. 11 years, gosh. That's a long time to be with someone, isn't it? Like I say, I managed about 20 minutes, I think, once before. You know, that's my longest relationship, about 20 minutes. One of those things. And that was many years ago. There's no one for me in this sad, lonely, pathetic life, is there? Here we go. Gary Ross. Gary Ross, devastated. Mark hasn't popped round for round 2. Thank you very much. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Gary. And Rachel, I'm really devastated. You called me an alcoholic. Well, a whole bottle of wine, I'm sorry, dear. That's how it starts, my love. That's what they say that on that little advert on the television, don't they? Do you have a problem that you don't know about? Yes, my best mate. It starts with one glass of wine. Just have a little glass of wine here and have a little glass of wine there. I've never been a fan of wine, but you know that, it just tastes horrible to me. Little glass of champagne, thank you very much. Not the cheap stuff. Prosecco's all right as well. That's Italian. Is that Italian Prosecco? That's quite nice. Charlie Ray's favourite drink, I think, is Diet Coke in a silver can. Gave me a silver can of Diet Coke round his house the other day, didn't you? And how's Paige today? Is she all right? Hope she's happy. All right. What else have we got on the show today? Let's open the phone line. If you want to call in, we'll open the phone line. There we go. 0208 144 3477 is my local London number. I do hope Dan Woodhouse, is he with us tonight? He's going to be on Reach on Air. Ba ba ba. Down Woodhouse in the afternoon. Da 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 da. Reach on Air. Oh, my head hurts now. Oh, that hurts. Dan Woodhouse is going to do a show on Reach on Air. I had a Facebook phone call type thing with him yesterday. I was just helping him, at least as far as I could. And it looks like he can now connect to Reach. He should be able to connect to them. You never really know until about... You can't connect to Reach any more than half an hour before your show is due on. So it gets to like 8:30. I can push a button and it says connected. If I try and do it before that, it won't connect. Right, and that's really the first time that you actually get to connect to them, if you see what I mean. Like, you can do everything else, but that's the one thing you can't do. And I had a look at his computer yesterday, at his settings, what have you, and it looks like I think he's pretty well set up to connect to Reach. The audio side of things would be very different to the way I do it because he doesn't use a mixer. So everything is just basically the whole thing will be on one laptop. Whereas, of course, I'm sitting here. I've got two computers in front of me. I mean, old computers, admittedly, but they work. And an old mixer sitting next to me there, microphones and all sorts of things plugged in over there. No, he doesn't have any of that. But that doesn't mean you can't do a show. But he's doing the whole thing on one laptop, so I couldn't. That's as far as I could go with him. And if he's around, perhaps he wants to call in and tell us what we can expect on his new global radio show, The Dan Woodhouse Show. Yes. What's happening in your show, Dan? Do let us know. 0208 144 3477. And indeed, anyone else wants to call in, just remind the gang, if you call in, you must send your number. If it's an unknown number or a hidden number, we don't take the call, because what we've learned over the years is that people just keep putting the phone down, and it's just silly, really. All right, let's take this call. Hello, who's on the line? Finishing 59. Good evening.
Good evening. It's Mr. Mowers.
Who is that, please?
Mick Mowers.
Hello, Mick Mowers. How lovely to hear your voice. I met Mick Mowers, not in the best of circumstances. Although, well, I don't know, actually. No, I mean, it was a lovely little celebration of life. He was at Olivia's funeral. You remember great niece Olivia sadly died a couple of weeks ago, and we had the funeral and on Tuesday. And Mick Mowers kindly turned up. And I hope sorry to embarrass you here, Mick, but Mick does a YouTube channel, Mick Mowers. He's got his car branded as well with a big sticker on the front. And I have to tell you, he raised quite a considerable amount of money for Dan Woodhouse, for Dan Woodhouse's radio show. For Olivia's funeral. And the family are very, very grateful for you doing such a thing.
You're very welcome, Chris. I just wanted to ring up really just to say it was actually a privilege to meet you and spend a bit of time with you and your family. And we had a, I think it's fair to say we had a moment.
Oh yes, we had a moment. Yes, you pinched my arse, didn't you? It was a very exciting moment. Yeah, do you know?
It's what I call a reach around.
Yes.
Huddle with a reach around.
Well, it certainly was. Do you know? I hate to say it, Mick, but I get a feeling that my brother-in-law was a little bit jealous of that. He had that look in his eye, didn't he?
He had to wear sunglasses the rest of the day.
Yeah, I think he was a little bit upset about that it wasn't his arse that was pinched.
Yeah, exactly right. Anyway, I just wanted to ring up just to say all the best to you, mate. You and your family. I enjoyed the day and a half I was up there with you. You made me feel like family. And although we went on very, very sad times, we did raise the spirits and we did have a laugh, and it was all good fun. So I just want to say thank you very much for making me feel a part of your family, and it was very, very enjoyable.
Oh, I'm sure Martin did it more than I did. It was lovely to see you. And may I say, you dressed very smartly. I have to say that. It's a shame, actually.
I don't throw up too bad.
I'll tell you what, while I've got you on here, I can bring up, I think I've put it on here. I can bring up the picture of us all.
You got a picture of me?
There's a picture of you, my brother-in-law.
It's not the bedside cabinet picture one, is it?
Well, I don't. It's not the what?
It's not the one you have in the bedside cabinet normally.
No, that's not the one. Hang on a minute. Save image
don't show that
as.
one also.
I can get that. The trouble is, I'd taken off my jacket, and whereas I'd been playing the organ upstairs and whatever, I did look a little bit rough in that picture. I must say.
You look great. Well, you look like you've been on the lash all night, but apart from that, you looked all right.
I'm just going to bring up that picture now, and then I can tell them. There we are. It's like, and these are all like YouTube people, all right. That one there, and here we go, fading. There we go. There you go. That's Mick Mowers. On the left-hand side of that picture is my brother-in-law. Look how small he is. He's little, isn't he, my brother-in-law? He's little.
I will say, Chris. I will just butt in very quickly there. Martin did insist to stand on that side because it was slightly higher up on the slope.
Oh yes, I heard that.
But that's just between me and you and 30 people in the chat.
I did hear that. And next to him, so that's Martin on the left there, my brother-in-law, and that's Mick Mowers next to him there, the tall chap with the sort of is it like a mauvey pinky colour, that tie, isn't it? Mauvey, lilac,
pinky, lilac. Lilac's all the rage.
Yeah. I'm glad that I don't look too camp in that picture. You know,
no, it wasn't until about an hour later on when that started coming out. But you didn't look too camp there. You look great.
And that's my nephew there, Gary, on the right-hand side. That's Olivia's father. And actually, Olivia has been laid to rest. She's sort of just behind Gary, I think, in that picture.
Just to Gary's left, I think she is over the other side of the track.
Yes,
over that path there.
That's where Olivia is. And we had the
wasn't the butterflies a good touch, wasn't it?
Yes, I've never seen that done before.
No, me neither.
Never seen that. Just to explain to people, my sister had these 2 boxes, and they were full of butterflies. And what they do is they cool them down so that they go to sleep, right? And then they send you the butterflies in little white cardboard boxes with lots of very pretty actually. And you have
like
a butterfly,
lantern, like a cardboard lantern.
Yes. So you take them out of the box, and then you basically let them warm up, and then they kind of wake up, and they're flapping away in the box. And at a given time selected by my nephew's wife, you open the boxes, and the butterflies fly off. I've never seen anything like. I've seen balloons done, but butterflies. I suppose that would be the old kinder to the planet way of doing the balloons, really, wouldn't it? You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're homing butterflies.
Well,
I wonder once you release them, if they fly back to the bloke's loft again, you reuse them the following week.
Don't they only live a day, butterflies? They've been given bad cards, haven't they?
yeah, you ain't got a lot to get done, have you? You know what I mean?
Just think.
But it was a lovely touch, and obviously Stacey's butterfly that she let go. It as she let it out the old box, like it landed on a top and stayed there for about a minute.
That's right.
That was a bit unique.
That's right. Yes, my nephew's wife, Stacey, that's Olivia's mother. As Mick was saying there, she opened the box and this butterfly flew out and just threw straight onto her front part, and stayed there. Didn't want to go. Isn't that lovely? It's wonderful. It was lovely to meet you, Mick. It really was. And thanks ever so much for raising that money for us, or for them rather.
Oh, fantastic! I'm doing my live stream, a shameless plug, tomorrow, and I'm going to do just a little bit of a show and tell, pretty much what you just done there on my stream, and we'll be running the link as well, see if we can just squeeze a few more pounds out of people's pockets, just to help Gary and Stacey on their way.
And how do people find your channel?
Just type in Mick's Mowers. If you type in Mick's Mowers, it comes on up. You can't miss me. I'm sort of 6'2", skinhead, tattoos with a tash.
As we saw there. It's Mick's Mowers, and that's on YouTube. What time is your show on tomorrow?
6:30 on Saturday night. I'm on.
Oh, 6:30 on Saturday night. Okay.
Yeah, that's me.
Nice to meet you, Mick.
Yeah, anyway, all I want to say is just thank you very much, Chris. You're an absolute star. Keep on rocking, mate, and I'll see you another day.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I did hear the comment. I did hear the comment that you made when I left.
What comment?
When I filled up my plate with sandwiches.
Yeah. Well,
and I came away from the table, and all I heard was, "Well, there's not much left now that Chris Reardon has been round."
That wasn't even me. I don't know how you can point a finger.
Who was that then?
Yeah, that was me. Yeah, it was me.
And can I just say, they were very nice.
Yeah. All right, mate. Look after yourself.
Cheerio, Mick. Bye-bye now.
Cheerio. Bye-bye.
Mick's Mowers calling in there. Do join in for his show Saturday, I think. What did you say? 6:30? 6:30, and that's on YouTube. Just type in Mick's Mowers. He does a very different show to mine. He's like, what do you call it? In charge, if you see what I mean. And he has many people up in little boxes. So whereas you can only see me here, there'd be several little screens within the screen with different people just chatting, and they talk about cars and fixing things and stuff like that. Very interesting. All right, my darlings. And Dan Woodhouse is on the line. Good evening, Dan.
Good evening, Chris.
Hello. You always sound like you've just got up. I hope your radio show is going to be a little bit more exciting than your actual phone calls to me.
Well, I've actually just got up, more or less. I've just actually got up from the sofa.
You've just got up?
Yeah, because actually I've just realised the remote control's over here, so I'm going to have to...
So you've got up for the remote control?
She's being a miserable...
Who's being miserable?
Mum, she's behind me. She's going...
Well, perhaps you should give her a bit more attention then, my darling. Buy some flowers now and again, instead of spending the money on yourself.
I try to, Chris. I try to do everything I can for her, because I'm so nice and... Yeah.
spending your money on the latest level of, I don't know what these children are playing anymore on their computer screens.
Oh, that no, I'm not. I'm not
Pokemon
one.
or whatever it is.
No, I don't do that really.
Huh?
Lights have gone off here now.
What lights?
Does it matter?
Sorry?
I don't know. Oh, never mind.
Do pay full attention to the phone call, please, dear.
Right.
Nothing more annoying than someone who's going around doing several different things and trying to speak to you at the same time on a bloody speakerphone. I'm giving you my full attention now. Give me yours.
Okay. What can you expect on Wednesday?
Yes. Now, you're starting your radio show hopefully next Wednesday, technical-wise being all sorted out. 1 o'clock next Wednesday, isn't it, on reachanair.com?
Yes.
Right.
That's it. What you get is something definitely more alternative.
Alternative.
Yeah. I mean, I listened to one of your friends today.
I have no friends. I have no friends. Nobody loves me. Even Mark Bowles is not turned up tonight. It's all over, really. I might just commit suicide later on. I mean, that might get a few more views.
I hope not. I need you. You are my mentor, after all.
I'm your what?
You're my mentor of broadcast.
Men tour includes the word men, and you know the lefty woman wouldn't like that. They don't like that. Why has it got to have the word men in it? Wow, I'm really offensive. I'm lefty. I'm lefty snowflake. I'm offended by that word, men. Carry on, dear.
Yeah.
Sorry, is this a long call?
It's something a bit more alternative, because I listened to one of your friends today, and straight first song I was I'm a dreamer, I'm a dreamer.
Live in Joy, Dreamer, yes. Big club classic in the 1990s.
Yeah, I know.
Did you ever go to a nightclub, Dan?
Well, I'll tell you what, we used to have a nightclub on the top floor of what is now the Mercury Centre in Romford. Ironically, right above the bingo where I was working.
Oh, right, yes.
This before bingo days. And it was you'd have this queue of people all coming down the stairs. Now, it was well known for people, even me, to try getting in there when they're only age 17, when obviously 18 was the age.
Oh, let them go, for God's sake. They only want a little bit of a laugh and a drink. What's the problem?
Yeah, so you queue up there and you get to this bouncer and you go, got ID? You go, no, right, that's it. And then that's it, no, you're coming in. So what you do is, you go, what I did, I don't know why I did this one night. I went to the bottom of the queue and re-queued again. Got right to the top, same bouncers there, and he just let me in.
Isn't that very... Just a minute. Isn't that very strange and mysterious?
Yes.
Anyway, so you got in, did you? I'm not sure that I should stand by that remark I just made about being, if they're like 17, if they want to go to the nightclub, let them in. It's no harm done. You see, I shouldn't really say this. Come closer. I think this is where a certain female viewer who's with us tonight, I think that's where her alcohol problem started. She started going to nightclubs very early on, and now it's a bottle of wine every time she goes on. Obviously, no names mentioned. I'm very concerned about finding this out tonight, my darling. I'm almost on the tip of looking up a private Alcohol Anonymous type club to see if I can book her in there. I shall have to have a word with the husband. Not my husband, obviously. I haven't got one yet. Continue.
I don't know who she is.
Sorry, is this a long call?
No, well, you just mentioned about this mysterious woman. And
oh, yes, carry on.
I don't know who she is.
No. Horses wouldn't draw it from me. I'm not even going to give you her initial.
No, I wouldn't know.
Continue.
Right. Yeah,
your radio show.
I did do a rehearsal show today.
Oh, yes.
Just something on Facebook just to see what I could get away with on that, just to see how it would go. And I managed to go for about 45 minutes.
Okay.
But it was definitely more into one song right into the other.
Sorry, you did what?
So it was just more like one song straight into the other with that was that and this is this sort of thing.
Oh, right, yes. Is that with talking?
Yeah.
All right, okay, yes. Have you found how to turn the mic on and off between the songs?
No, but we'll get to that come about the week. It was I'm waiting maybe.
So how did
Tuesday.
you do it? How did you do it then?
Well, I just did it on Facebook, really. I just had to...
Yeah, but, you know, you turn the music on, you turn the microphone off. The music finishes, you turn the microphone on. Have you found out the way to do that on just a computer?
Oh, yeah, I know. I can do it, but just have to be very quick. I'd have to be...
Right.
And so that there's no... Because you leave it 1 second too long, and but it will start going, what's happening? Has he gone?
Yes,
oh, God,
yes.
Yes. I know what people are like these days.
Well, sometimes you have a little technical difficulty. I had a little technical difficulty tonight, funnily enough. Yes, when I was starting, I noticed my my computer started flashing red at me, so I had to close the program and reopen it. The beauty of the way that this program comes to you via YouTube is that the YouTube channel stays open and waits for you to connect to it. It doesn't cut everyone off like it used to do before. Do you remember that? Oh, that was a bleeding nightmare, that was.
Oh, yes, all that.
The way we do it now, that would stay open for ages until it switches off, waiting for me to reconnect at this end. It's like a kind of, I don't know what you would call it, like the station in the middle. You know, the train's going, and the oncoming passengers, the train's waiting at the platform. The oncoming passengers suddenly stop coming, but it waits a bit longer for them, and that's why you don't get cut off anymore when that happens.
Oh, right.
Continue.
Oh, yeah,
Tell us more about the show. You say it's going to be alternative. What does that mean?
Yeah, it means that, because I've worked it out, that 99.9% of all your other DJs will all play the stuff that everyone knows. So I thought, why don't I do something different? Why don't I do something where I'll play the songs that no one's heard of? The stuff that you didn't know would exist unless I played it to you.
Okay.
We've actually got Hey You there. Yes, there is a song called Hey You, and it was actually it's a full-length version. You remember that Saturday morning thing on from TVS? It was number 73.
No.
No, well there was. It was Saturday morning program.
Right.
They used to have got hey you get ready, get on your feet, get into gear and hit the street. Hey you get ready on your It was like that. Well, this one show they played the full length version. Well, they got the band. They actually got a band in to do the full length version of it.
Right.
And I've actually got that.
What, you're going to have a band in the studio?
No, I mean I've actually just got the recording of it.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, and there's also there's On the Waterfront.
Yes.
We've got something called Spick and Span by Mark Duval.
Right.
And
will you be giving us little tidbits of information about these as well on your programme, will you?
Oh yes, I'll be giving background information as I've got Cachet there.
Right.
Yeah, the Pandora.
Yes.
Road. Donald. Yeah, and believe it or not, there is a music number called Donald.
Okay, Donald.
Yeah, it was used for a film called something made in the Netherlands.
Well, I hope that you'll have more rehearsals, because when it comes to the day, I will expect it to be good, to be technically correct. Must be technical. You've got to keep practicing now, my dear. You've got a whole week to practice, or just under a week to practice this. But it's the sound quality. That's what you want to listen back to your own show and see what it sounds like. Because remember, it will sound to everyone else like it sounds to you. Very important. And did you take my note and make sure those little lights don't go into the yellow or red? I mean, they can flash in the yellow, but they mustn't go into the red, because then it sounds all distorted and terrible.
Yes, and you might damage someone's hearing.
No, you won't damage someone's hearing. They'll just turn off, mate, and then you lose everyone.
Oh, I see.
But yes, very important to get that technically correct. The way you turn the mic on and off and all that business. Very, very important.
Right. I remember that then.
What microphone are you using? The one built into the laptop, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that'll do to try it out. Don't need to buy anything else. Just try it out like that. Don't need to start spending money.
Yeah, but
Some
I
people,
might.
and don't take any notice of idiots. You know, oh, what you should have done is this. What you should have done. There's a bloody expert all the time. You know, don't sound very good. Remember, you're just trying it out to see how it goes. No need to buy anything yet. Don't take the notice of anyone else. Unless you really think they're trying to help. A lot of people are bleeding experts on everything. Don't put anything on Facebook, you know, or can someone tell me how to do this? You'll have 10,000 answers, each one telling you to do something different, and each one a so-called expert. Oh, I've been doing this 20 years. Oh, you shouldn't have done it that way. You get all that crap. No, just do it your own way and let's see what it sounds like.
Yes. Do it my own
But
way. Exactly.
technically, you must get it technically right before the day, because once you're on, there's no going back. You know.
Yeah. And you saw what I've called it, have you?
No, what have you? Oh, the Metro Show, isn't it, or something?
Yes,
The
exactly.
Metro Show. That's right. Yes.
I thought there was, I thought everyone else, you either got the name, and
Yes.
the show's just their name, which is, I suppose, is predictable, or it gets to the 12 o'clock one, the lunchtime show. I thought, everybody who had the lunchtime show about 50, 60 years of broadcasting,
Right. That's because it's on at lunchtime, dear.
Exactly. So I thought we got to have something different, something new, something no one else has thought of.
Something old, something blue, something borrowed, something blue. That's a good karaoke song, isn't it? Oh, I'm trying to learn the new ABBA song for tomorrow night's karaoke. I'm all right except for the beginning of it. I'm not very good at the beginning of it. La da 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 da. Something like that it goes. It's difficult at the beginning of it because it doesn't give you the melody. It's just giving you the harmonisation, and I can't get the tune right.
So that's ABBA. What? So they're still doing? Still going to do Waterloo, are they?
Ooh.
ABBA?
No, we're talking the new ABBA songs. New ABBA songs, dear.
No, well, I just thought they might still keep up some of the old ones as well.
I'm sure they will.
Yeah, and then of course there was their rivals, the Carpenters, which you played this morning. I know. I remember
ABBA's
that.
rivals were the Carpenters.
Well, if I've often listened to a couple of songs like from both ABBA and the Carpenters, and sometimes for a couple of seconds I have to stop and think, which one is it? Is it? Oh, that's the Carpenters. Oh,
The
that's ABBA.
Carpenters
Yeah.
came before ABBA.
Well, they did they?
Yes. If you would talk about rivals, maybe Bucks Fizz or Brotherhood of Man, kind of similar, but a completely different sound. No one's got the sound of ABBA. ABBA is ABBA. You know, when they came back, as I said on the show the other day, when they came back after 40 years and this song came on the radio, it was undeniably ABBA. Undeniably. You didn't even need to be told it was ABBA. You could just hear it. They have their own unique sound.
Right,
Are you
then,
dead?
right.
Oh, you're back. Sorry.
Yes, I'm still here.
Good. I can't have callers dying on air as I'm talking to them. Someone will probably, someone will say, oh, it's because he was talking to Chris Reardon. Therefore, that has created great anxiety in his life and has now killed him. Hello, we want some money. It'd be like that, wouldn't it? Some solicitor. It's not, there we are, we're back now. It's not the connection, you see, because you don't get cut off. Do you see what I mean? You don't get cut off. It's just the red light comes on sometimes. But I think sometimes when that little circle comes on, don't you still get the audio? Is it just the picture that dies?
Sometimes it's both.
Oh, is it? Right,
Well,
okay.
More often it is both.
Well, you're back now, and that's all that matters, dear.
Yeah. So I was just reminiscing those first early days.
Early days of what?
Of United Kingdom Talk, when I first was referred to your show. I was referred, you see.
Oh, by who?
Well, I'm not. He's not someone who's. He's someone who's disappeared from my Facebook. It's someone who's been blocked, let's say.
Oh, okay. Okay. You had a little row with someone.
I'm not even going to
Oh,
mention any
believe
names.
me. Don't worry about that block. My block list is longer than my friend list. I take great pleasure in deciding. Sometimes I just open up my Facebook page. I think, let's have a look round. Who shall we block today? And I'll just block someone randomly. I enjoy doing that. I mean, obviously, someone who will never be blocked is Mark Bowles. It's probably happened to you at some point, Daniel. You'll say, "Oh, I can't find Chris on there." Well, you've been blocked.
Yeah, I've had people say things about me on Facebook, and I just think, right. And a lot of the time, I think to myself, "Thank God."
No, don't even answer them. Block, gone. Because that's what they want. A little bit of attention, dear. You see, that's what they want to see. What attention? This was the thing with the old chat box. People would say things to me to get some sort of response out of me. And it's similar on Facebook. They will try and find your weakness and make some sort of stupid comment. But you can get rid of them straight away. Just hit the block button and done.
Yeah, I used to find it that in them days when you read the messages, it was becoming a bit of a.
It's just silly. It just became too much. It's too many messages to deal with. Too many.
Yeah, I used to love trying to get the joke out in the quickest possible time.
Yes.
You'd often say something that would cause me to, give me joke fodder.
You do a lot of jokes. Do you think you'll ever find a funny one?
Oh.
Thank you, Dan. It's been nice to talk to you today. Keep practicing with your show. I want to hear technical perfection on Wednesday afternoon.
You will.
Cheerio.
Bye then, Chris.
Bye, Dan.
Bye.
That was our Dan calling in today. Yeah, good luck. Hope he managed to sort out that little radio show that he's doing. All right, let me read some of your messages. Shania says, I'm devastated. Here's the word, the use devastated again. The use devastated, the word of the use devastated. Shania says, I'm devastated that Dad lost a fiver when he visited you at church. Oh, not that fiver again, Shania. On and on and on, dear, you go about this damn fiver. He didn't lose a fiver. He just paid for the teas, dear. Give it a rest. Ray Reynolds, I'm devastated not to be with you Saturday. I'm in Blackpool. Thank you, Ray Reynolds. Some more devastated words. John Parrish, I'm devastated. I've just heard that Daniel Woodhouse is not going to the karaoke on Friday. We are very, very disappointed as well. Very, very disappointed as well. Mandy Davenport announces it's mine and Mick's 11-year wedding anniversary on Saturday. Gosh, all these anniversaries. Happy anniversary to you both, Mandy and Mick there for Saturday. Will you be doing anything, sort of going out somewhere or having a nice little meal in? Nothing wrong with having a meal in. Don't need to go out and spend fortunes on meals. Why do you need to do that? Don't need to do that. Just to show so. You shouldn't judge someone. Not that you do, but some people judge people by the amount of money that's spent on them. I mean, how sad must you be to be like that? Honestly, you take them out to the fish and chip shop or, I don't know, 5-star. Who's that bloke who swears? That chef, Gordon Ramsay restaurant, where it's like £67 for dinner. Please do me a favour. How many dinners can you get in Audi for £67? I rest my case. I think it's just awful that. Judging someone by how much they have spent on you. Aren't they awful? I know you're not like that, my darling. All right, so Jeff. Good evening, Jeff. He used to own, not anymore, sold it. It's gone. Left me here in my squalor. No one to do my weeding when I'm not here anymore. Jeff's there. Hello, Jeff, who says, hi, Chris. Hope you're well and everything is fine at the Chapel Hill Audio and Video Mega Studio. Well, we have a title. This is the Luxury Waterside Media Centre. Luxury Waterside Media Centre, yes. Have you met your new neighbours yet? No, they're not here. No, they haven't been here. My other neighbour who's next door said they probably went on Saturday because I got here Sunday. So I've been here Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, away tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon about 2:30 I leave here and go straight down to London for my lovely Friday night job. Jeff says, hope your nephew and family are well also. Thank you, Jeff. Keep up the good work. And that's from the lovely Linda and Jeff. So hello to you too. Hope you were. Are you missing your caravan? Probably Linda, isn't it? It was just a bit too hot for her, wasn't it, my love? All right. Okay, shall we do the raffle now, gang? Let's do our raffle. As you know, I found one of these. Okay, I found one of these, and that's what we're raffling tonight. This is one of my fridge magnets. Look, very thick, these ones. Look, very thick. Look, and it sticks to your fridge just like that, my darling. Look at that. Oh, perhaps I should just keep it here. I think that looks quite good. Can I give something else away instead? Sorry? Boop, boop, boop. Hey, there we are. That's what we're giving away tonight. All the raffle tickets are here, waiting to be picked. Okay, so someone is going to win this now. There's lots of raffle tickets in here. I'm just going to give the old... I don't know where the lid to this is anymore. Is it back at the Mirrorball Studios in Raw, Berkshire? I have a feeling it is. So we're getting... What can I put on top there? Let's use this. Oh, it's Maureen's Christmas card. See, Maureen, look, I keep these things. It's Maureen's Christmas card from this year. So I'm going to use this, Maureen, I hope you don't mind, as a lid. And we're about to find out who has won this week's raffle. Here we go. So let's give this a bit of a shake. Right, okay, so we've shaken that up. Thank you, Maureen. I shall put my new my special Christmas card back down here in place. There we are. And we'll give it a little stir while we're doing the drum roll. We've got to have the drum roll. One moment. Drum roll standing by. Here comes the drum roll. Oh, I hope it's not too loud. Hang on a minute. I did that once. I nearly blew someone's speakers up. There we are. Drum roll. Ready? Ready? Going to pull a raffle ticket now, and here it comes. I have one raffle ticket in my little paw. There it is. Okay, it's ticket number 356. Ticket number 356 to collection point D, please. Okay, so who's got ticket number 356? That is the winner of this week's raffle. And whoever that is has won that. Now, if you're not here, I will announce that number as well tomorrow morning on our radio show at 9 o'clock, reachonair.com. Where is it? There it is here. That's where we are tomorrow morning. Okay. Tomorrow morning, just after 9 o'clock, reachonair.com. So I'll announce that tomorrow morning. But ticket number 356, are you with us tonight? If so, just send us a text there, 07451 287 337 and say, I've won the raffle, and then you will have claimed. Okay? All right. Jason says, can I ask you, how are the trainers you bought off Amazon a while ago? I bought a pair after you bought yours just to drive to and from jobs in the work van. They fell apart already. No, mine are all right. Would you like me to get them? Would you like to see them? Would you like to see them? What are you doing to your trainers, dear? Huh? One moment, please. One moment, please. We're trying to connect the call now. Thank you. Hello, trainers, are you here? Chris Ridden in them. Oh, they're not here. No, they're not here. Sorry. No, they're back down at the house. I haven't got them here after all. I've got another pair here. No, they're perfectly all right. They haven't fallen apart. I've done lots of litter picking. I'd send them back to you. How long have you had them? You can't have had them that long. How long have you had them? Send them a message, see what happens. All right. Good evening to Beth. Good evening, Beth. Evening, Beth. I'm sorry you've waited a little while for your message to come up here. I've just got this in here. Beth says, I'm devastated that Rocket B went live on Facebook at the same time as this show. Who is Rocket B, Beth? Rocket B. Who is that? I'm not quite sure who Rocket B is. Thank you, Beth. And where are you, darling? You're a new person, aren't you? Welcome along to our little show. Anyway, that's our raffle done. We will be giving out some more raffle tickets a little bit later on in the show. And next week's prize is... Right, hang on, let me get rid of the other tickets now. These are now chucked away in the bin. unceremoniously in the recycling bin. In the recycling bin. Let's put these here. Are you disappointed you haven't won? Oh, yeah. Hang on a minute. So we'll put those in there, ready for disposal a little bit later on. What's that here? Oh, one minute. Oh, I know what that is. Good. All right, so some more raffle tickets to come out a little bit later on. Phone line is still open. 020 8144 3477 is my local London number. Singing plumber. How many of you can sing? I'll tell you what surprised me. I knew already because she actually sings one of the jingles. You know the jingle that goes, Vera's Choice in the morning. Reach on it. That's my nephew's wife and great niece Evie. She can sing. And she recorded a couple of songs for great niece Olivia's funeral, which was on Tuesday this week, of course, Tuesday morning. Over the Rainbow and another one, which I can't remember what it's called now. And she sung over it. What a lovely voice. Can't fault the voice. She's got a beautiful voice, my nephew's wife. Have you got a good voice? You see, with a lot of these things, it's always right place at the right time. I'm not really an advocate of X Factor or anything like that. I just think it's a nasty thing to have people on the stage picked specifically to have the mick taken out of them. I don't like it. I just don't like it. But it is right place at right time. And there's a story in the Metro here. Video. It's actually a video, but you obviously not going to show the video. Kevin Crane, 49, spent 6 weeks installing a new suite. He was a plumber, a bathroom suite, I think, or kitchen, something like that, at the home of Paul Connolly, completely unaware that this bloke owned a record label. Now, you can imagine what it's like. I bet Simon Cowell gets it all the time. Oh, hello, Simon. Can I sing you my song? I bet he gets that all the time. Now, if you knew someone that owned a record label, that's likely to happen to them as well. And some people are a little bit crafty and they talk to them and say, oh, it's nothing to do with singing or anything. I just wanted to have a little chat with you. Oh, by the way, I do sing this. You know, it's a bit like that. Must have owned a record label. Well, this bloke owned a record label. Plumber Kev would spend his working days singing along to his favourite tunes on the radio, including David Bowie. I wonder what one. Let's Dance. Da, 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 that one. Including David Bowie and Meatloaf. Record company boss was so impressed with his dulcet tones that he gave him a deal and now he's made his first album. I mean, how fantastic is that? See? It's right place at right time, isn't it? I think that goes with a lot of things, you know. Right place at right time. You just happen to be there when whatever it is they are looking for comes your way. I had that with the radio station in London, 1999 and 2000. I went on a station called Liberty Radio in London. Was a medium wave or AM station. And me and my friend David Rosen, who was also a DJ at the Black Cap at the time, that was my main place that I worked at. And we knew someone called Danny Cowan, who works both for the BBC and also he did a show at Liberty Radio at the weekends. And the radio station had a jingle machine. Now, a jingle machine is really only designed to play out short bits of music, all right? But they were using this jingle machine to play out the music for the entire night, like 6 hours worth, or 6 to 7 hours worth of music, I think it was, something like that. And it kept breaking down. And one of the worst things that can happen to a radio station is literally to go off. Because when it goes off, people will tune elsewhere and they might like what they hear and you've lost them forever. So probably the worst thing that can happen to a radio station is for the sound to go off, as in an FM or DAB station. And it kept happening. So they wanted to get someone in quickly, and Danny Cowan put forward my name and David Rosen's name, and neither of us had been on... well, yes, we had actually. We'd been on a couple of small FM stations before, And he got us on there. We went in and met the bloke, and yep, that was all well and good. And basically was thrown in at the deep end. And we did overnights, and I loved every moment of it. Loved every moment of it. Really did. I ended up there about 1.5 years altogether, I think. Yeah, it's funny. While I was there, my father, was that when my father died? No, I don't think it was actually. No, that was another radio station I was on there. It was great fun, but right place at the right time. You see, Danny knew us. He knew that I quite like to do radio, and this opportunity came up, and you grab it with both hands. I haven't always done that though. Grabbed opportunities. I always remember back in the 90s, a lady from BBC. Buckinghamshire, Hertfordshire, something around that way, sort of Watford way, somewhere up Watford way, I think it was. She came into the radio. She said, "Have you ever done radio before?" And I'm like, "Well, I had a pirate station." She said, "Would you come into the BBC? I think we should make a demo tape." But I never went. You don't know where these things would have gone. But even if I'd have got a job then, I would be like restricted in what I could do. And you kind of they mould you to them. I think you get over a certain age and you just want to do it your own way, I did it my way. Actually, I played it at Olivia's graveside part of the day. Yeah, a bit of Frank Sinatra my way. My younger nephew, Jimmy Butler, is a big fan of Frank Sinatra and the Rat Pack. He likes Dean Martin stuff. Do you remember when we went to Vegas a few years ago? It wasn't that long ago, I don't think, Vegas. I think that was for his 21st. Took him to Vegas, and one of the things we saw so many shows there. We had a great time, really great time. Did a bit of shopping there. Each night we saw shows. Like went to see Lionel Richie. That was a great show, Lionel Richie. Good seats and all. You've got to pay the money and sit in the front. You only do it once, And we went to see the Rat Pack, and it was people doing Frank, like a tribute thing. Frank Martin, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, and Sammy Davis Jr. It was great. Really, really good. And then we had the rock show, which for me was the best show out of all of it. And at the end of the rock show, there were these old blokes playing guitars and playing the drums. And it was a smallish audience, very intimate, I think is the word you're looking for. And this old bird came on and started singing. And these blokes were just playing their instruments with... They're not even looking... Do you see what I mean? And then looking at you and smiling while they're playing these things. Clearly having a whale of a time on this stage. All these old blokes. And at the end of the show, they bring them on one at a time. And please welcome guitarist. And they'd all played with big bands like, I don't know, Bon Jovi and people like that. They were the people that used to play the instruments, and that's why they got to a certain age and they won't be able to do these things with the blooming eyes closed. Really, absolutely fantastic. This rock show, which was held at the Hard Rock Cafe hotel in Vegas, which is kind of off the main road. It's a bit of a walk from the main road, to be honest. It was a little bit further than we thought. We had to walk there one afternoon just to see where it was. Oh, it was a great holiday, that was. But there you go, going back to that story there. So, right place at right time, The plumber could sing. He started doing a job in the owner of a record label's house, and he gave him a singing job. How fantastic is that? Eh? How would you like to go and live? Oh, hang on, we've had a super chat. I think we've had a super chat tonight. Thank you very much. Hang on a minute. I'm sure we've received a super chat there, but the thing hasn't come up. Hang on a minute. What's going wrong there? Has someone sent in a super chat today? It's really odd because the name hasn't come up. Can anyone see a super chat there somewhere from someone? That's strange, isn't it? Dylan, there we are. Dylan Hutchinson, he's sent in a £1 super chat. I should have a list of people in front of me there who've sent in a super chat. Thank you very much, Dylan. It's very kind of you. Sent in a little super chat there. Thank you, Dylan. I don't think you're the only one, are you? There's another one there. Mick Mowers. What? After being on the phone as well, and you've sent me money as well. You must be rolling in it there, Mick. Yeah, Mick sent in a super chat as well. Thank you very much, Mick. And he writes, well, it's my good old friend Chris. I had a lovely cuddle from you the other day. You certainly did, didn't you, my darling? Eh? What a little bit of a touch there. What a little bit of a touch, myself and Mick's Mowers. Sorry to keep you waiting for your little jingles there, gang. All right, I've only just spotted it in front of me. It should come up. There's a thing that says viewer activity, and it comes up there, except there's nothing there, which is a bit odd. Maybe perhaps if I refresh. Hang on a minute, let's try refreshing that. And see if that's worked, has it? Does that bring it up? No, it doesn't. I don't know why that's not there. Very, very strange and mysterious anyway. 0208 144 3477 if you want to make a call today. How would you like to get paid to live in a luxury mansion? This story, again, in the Sun, about 4 days ago now. Here is the... Sorry, that's the wrong one. Here is the luxury mansion. How's that? How would you like to get paid to live there? It's a bit special. Look at the size of that swimming pool. If I could have something done to my house, it would be a swimming pool. But I'd want to be able to swim in it. You know what I mean? Not just a thing that you walk in and sit down. No point to that in my mind. You want something you can swim in. Well, the Sun reports you can now get paid to live in a luxury manor house with its own heated outdoor swimming pool and gym as a mansion tester. Now, here's a job. Here's a job for you. You can cash in £500, okay, for a 3-night stay in Grade 2 listed Manor Holcombe, a wedding venue and rental property in Somerset. Oh, that's near Mark Bowles, Somerset. That's where he lives, isn't it? Oh, I could have him over there in the swimming pool with me. That'd be quite nice. The 8-bed Georgian pad boasts a hot tub, treehouse, pool table, playground, and is surrounded by countryside, with a short walk to a Michelin-starred restaurant. Here, Mick and Mandy, this will do you for your 11-year-old honeymoon, huh? The mansion tester will give back feedback to My Home Move Conveyancing, who listed the role. The company is looking for someone detail-orientated and luxury-seeking, who's available... Well, I mean, it's luxury here in my caravan, darling. This is real luxury, you know. Well, the water doesn't come in. That's the most important thing. The water doesn't come in, the telly works, the shower works, and the toilet flushes anything away. So I can't complain, dear. I can even cook myself a meal here. How exciting is that? The company is looking for someone detail-orientated and luxury-seeking who's available to stay at the mansion between September the 21st and 23rd. So remember, you're looking for... Where's it? It doesn't say where it's listed. My Home Move Conveyancing is who you've got to give feedback to. Perhaps you could contact them if you want to try this. Why don't you try? Good, if you like the sound of it, contact them and see what you get, where you get. Got to be worth an email, hasn't it? Dev Mao, Chief Business Development Officer at My Home... Oh, he sounds a very important person, doesn't he? You know when they have these titles on the end of their names, don't they? There's no title on the end of my name. You know, nothing. Nothing. Dev Mao, Chief Business Development Officer at My Home Move Conveyancing, says buying a new house can be one of the biggest purchases you'll ever make. And therefore, it's important to find someone you can trust to help guide you through the process. Do you remember moving? Isn't that one of the most stressful things you can ever do? Move. Oh, it's awful. He says that's why we wanted to put our expertise to the test, as well as giving prospective house hunters a little taste of luxury as they review our online service, all while getting paid to do so. You get £500 to go and live in the house. I think it's wonderful. What a great thing. You've got a week to apply before 12 o'clock on Monday the 13th. All right, so you've got 4 days to... Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Well, 3 days. You've got 3 days to apply on this if you want to have a go. I think that's blooming wonderful, that is, to go and do something like that. So where do you find it? I would. It doesn't say where you would apply to, but I look up My Home Move Conveyancing and see what you come to on that. Perhaps maybe give them a call and see if they know anything about that. All right. Okay. Jason says, "Oh yeah, just think about the trainers, isn't it? I've done the trainers, haven't I? Yeah, done the trainers. 0208 144 3477. If you want to call in tonight, 07451 287 337 for your text messages. What about luxury house or something like that? It's like, oh, I don't know. If I'd like to live in a luxury house. There's a lovely house I showed you, didn't I? For sale very near here. It's an old school. Well, it's a very small school, but nevertheless, it's an old school just up the road from me here. On the corner it is. Right next to the river. Oh, it's lovely. 425 it is. But, you know, I think you can move somewhere like this on your own. Rachel reckons that you could. You could move somewhere like this on your own. She reckons you're busy enough, you know. And I am busy, you know. I like to get myself busy all the time. Really do. It was lovely going swimming this morning. Really nice. Even better, the fact that there was no one in there. Who's a vegetarian here? Any vegetarians here? Do you know what's bigger if you're a vegetarian? Any idea? What do you think is bigger if you're a vegetarian? Your poo. I kid you not. The Daily Mail. Men who follow... It's men. Not, it doesn't say ladies, it's men. Men who follow a plant-based diet rich in fruits, vegetables, grains and legumes fart more and have larger poos than men following a standard Western diet, a new study has revealed. I knew there was a reason for it. Pardon? Which is funny, really, because great-nephew Harry is king of farts. They are loud, they smell, and he likes nothing better than to come right up to you and turn around and let one out. Great-nephew Harry. And then laughs uncontrollably while running back to the settee. How much do we love our children, eh? He is funny. The story goes on to say, while this has been widely presumed for years, researchers from the Liver and Digestive Diseases Network Biomedical Research Centre, Christ, that's a title, isn't it? In Barcelona, la 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 la, that one, set out to quantify the extent of the effects. The team followed 18 healthy men and found that those following a plant-based diet farted 7 times more per day and had stools twice the size as people following a Western diet on average. Oh, it must stretch your bottom to its maximum capacity, mustn't it? It goes on to say this may sound pretty disgusting, but the researchers reassure that it's actually a good thing because flatulence and large stools are a sign of healthy gut bacteria. So, you know, when next time you block up the toilet, I think my nephew's quite good. I don't think I've ever blocked a toilet up. My nephew seems to do it regularly. The older one, Gary, blocks up toilets. Do you block up toilets very often? What an awful thing. Only to see all that coming back at you as you flush the chain and the water starts rising and you realise, oh, it's not going down, and over it comes. Together with the contents of the bowl. Oh. It says, our Western idea that farting is a sign of something being wrong is totally false. Totally and utterly false. Farting is a sign of a healthy diet and a healthy colon. Well, hopefully I'll fart a little bit more tonight. That's the wonderful thing about living on your own. When you go to bed, I can fart as much as I want. No one complains. Because there's no one there. I love it. Do you like a good fart? Marion Margiles, I think that's her name. She likes to fart, doesn't she? You know, the lady who was in Harry Potter and many, many other things. She's hilarious, she is. In the study, the team compared the guts of 18 healthy men. The participants were randomly assigned either a plant-based Mediterranean diet or a Western-style diet, which they followed for 2 weeks before swapping to the other. Throughout the study, the men collected and weighed their stools. Why would you collect something like that? Oh, some people do. There's some very, very strange people out there, I kid you not. They weighed them using digital scales and logged their number of farts with a handheld tracker. The amount of gas released in their farts was also tested using balloons fitted to the men's bottoms. How awful. We don't do anonymous calls. You've got to send your phone number, I'm afraid. Don't do anonymous calls. You need to send your phone number. All right. The amount of the results revealed that men did a similar number of stalls per day, but those following the plant-based diet had significantly larger ones, around twice the size of those on the Western diet. There you go. There we are. Whoever that's calling in, we don't take anonymous calls, I'm afraid. You need to be sending your phone number with a call. Otherwise, it won't be taken, all right? The reason for that is people just put the phone down and it just gets on everyone's nerves. Let's read this text out. Good evening to Peter Lake. Hello to you, Peter. Oh, says it's been a very hot day today from Peter in Woodall Spa. Yes, I know. I'm still up here at the moment in Chapel Hill, as you know. And it was very hot today. I did a little bit of pruning out the front there. There's this rose bush that keeps coming out of the ground and it grows so quickly. And I cut that down today. I come back up again and I put that all in a bag. What I do now, I always have trouble getting these clippings in a bag. I've got this big black bin. You know those big plastic bins you got? I've got one of those out the back there. So what I do is I chop up the rose bits and put it in that. And then when I've got enough in there, I then put the bag over the mouth of the bin and tip it in there. And that works a lot better. And I took that round to the rubbish part of the site earlier and got rid of it there. Right. Let's do raffle tickets again. Raffle tickets, okay. So next week's prize for your raffle next week, we have one of our pens. We have a red pen. Here we go. One moment, please. And it says, I'm one of Chris Reardon's winners 2020. All right. We've got a few of these to give away. Old prizes from the bingo. All right, old prizes from the bingo. That's what we're giving away at the moment. And this is one of our red pens. Okay, they're very good quality, all metal. Someone's going to win win one of those next week. If you want the chance to win one of those, you will need a raffle ticket. So if you want a raffle ticket, text now, raffle ticket, please. And I'll give you a free raffle ticket. That's all you got to do. Raffle ticket, please. And you can do that over the next 10 minutes, all right? Text raffle ticket, please. If you're watching the show from abroad, quite often for whatever reason the texts don't get through to me. So you can use the email, okay? Chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk is my email address. One or the other. All right, so either text in 07451287337 and say raffle ticket, please. Or email chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk and we'll do it like that. All right. Danny Woodhouse says she's a Facebook karaoke singer and the first message from me was on a different email address. Who is? Oh, Rocket B? Is she a karaoke singer, Rocket B? I don't know her. I'm afraid I don't know Rocket B. There's Dylan. Hello to Dylan Hutchinson. Says, evening, Chris, and thanks very much for the pound tip tonight, Dylan. Very kind of you. Hope all is well. Yes, I saw the £1 super chat there. We did thank you. However, if you didn't hear it, here is the jingle again for you, Dylan. There you go. I do like people, if they've paid a super chat, they are absolutely entitled to a little jingle there, my darling. All right, but for some reason the list of super chats isn't coming up in front of me tonight. I don't know why that is. All right, okie doke. While you're getting your requests in for the raffle tickets, bad news at Audi, I'm afraid. Those of you that do the cheaper presents for people, or maybe you want one yourself. Are you a fan of toast? Oh, not so much at this time of year, but certainly in the summer. Nice, thick bit of bread. None of this stuff out of a bag from the supermarket, please. Thank you very much. Thick piece of bread, cut off. Cut off, an uncut loaf. Isn't it difficult to get an uncut loaf sometimes? Even Marks and Spencer's, right? They make the most beautiful bread in there. Marks and Spencer's, okay? They make uncut loaves and then they put them in a bloody machine and cut them up. So you get these slices. That's not a slice of bread. That is a slice of bread, my love. That is a slice of bread. Not that, that. And when it gets a bit colder, you cut off this great big thick slice of bread and you force it into your toaster. And it pops up, oh, dripping with butter. Listen, don't do this. Oh, you haven't got much butter on there. You only got a lot of butter on there. The people do that, don't they? And you see them, don't you? The slightest scraping of butter and they're trying to put it on this bit of bread. What's the point in putting it on? No point in putting it on there, is there? Come on, be honest. No point in putting it on there. It's got to be going on thick, hot, buttered toast. Maybe with a bit of marmalade on it as well. Sometimes I might get a French stick or something like that and put that under the grill. Oh, delicious. Not before bedtime. Very bad. Bread before bed. Bread before bed. Acid. Not nice. Well, here's some very bad news for you, gang. From Aldi, home of the cheap toaster. Aldi has revealed in the Sun a full list of 70 special... It's all right, I'm not going to list them all, dear. Ow! Is he going to read the list? No! They have a full list of over 70 special buy items that have been delayed over shipping disruption. What's going on with all these supply chains at the moment? What's going on here? Can't get food, can't get medical supplies, we ain't got enough lorry drivers. Listen, if you want to learn to drive a lorry driver, there's a bloody job waiting for you. I'm telling you now. That must be great driving a lorry. One of those great big things. HGV lorry or bus or coach, something like that. You're in charge of that great big machine. How fantastic must it be to do? Do lorry drivers enjoy their job? They work long hours, some of them, don't they? Sleeping in their cabs. Where do they go poo? Maybe they do the same thing as my nephew in the back of his van, in a carrier bag. Where do lorry drivers... Do they have toilets in those little cabins? Perhaps they have portable toilets. You know, like what you can get in those mobile caravans. Maybe they have one of those. Then you have to empty it. That's grim, isn't it? Emptying it. Emptying a mobile toilet. What a grim task that is. Grim! Anyway, the discount supermarket Aldi listed sell-out products from air fryers, kettles and toasters. Can't get a toaster. They might not be available on the dates they're supposed to be. Have you got a toaster? What toaster have you got? Are you like me? My toaster come from Asda, approximately £10. My kettle come from Asda, approximately £10. My mate's got a kettle. £120. But it whistles. He had to get a different kettle because you know he had his kitchen done out in January. Oh, that's still going on. He's not happy with it. That's still going on, that kitchen thing. He had a new kitchen put in, right? And one of the things he had changed was his hob. So he got this new hob. He's trying to cook his dinner. Nothing's cooking. So he rung him up. It's not working. And I said, what pots and pans are you using? And he said, well, just normal ones. Why? Well, it's an induction cooker. You have to have special pots and pans. So I had to buy a whole new set of those and all. But it's good. That's really good news. Do you know why? Guess who got the old ones? For nothing. I'm so glad he don't watch this. And he buys good quality gear, he does. All has to be like, he ain't got a £10 toaster, let me tell you that now. I have. £10 toaster from Aldi or Asda. Lasts for years. Years. I don't think I've ever had a toaster go wrong. I've had a kettle go wrong. 2 kettles. Maybe 3. And do you know which one lasted the least? The expensive one. Well, I say expensive. It was about 25 quid. It was like a fish bowl. You could fish. It was like, you could put fish in it and boil them and wash them boil. Don't do that at home, everyone. Charlie, don't do something like that. Charlie would do something like that. Please don't do that to fish, Charlie. This thing bubbling away. Oh, it stopped working. It was lovely blue light as well. I don't think it lasts more than 2 or 3 years. But these cheap ones from Aldi and Asda, they last for years. They're like 10 quid. My mate's one, £120. Goes on the top of his induction hob. What's the induction hob? Just in case you didn't know. You can turn it on and put your hand on it and you don't burn. It's very clever. But normal pots and pans don't work on it. So you have to buy new ones. And then you give away your old high-quality ones to a friend. Hello. They call him Second-Hand Chris. Oh, it's Second-Hand Chris. I should go. Why haven't they got jumble sales anymore? I could do with a new jacket or 2. Apparently, according to my mate, we've got to buy new clothes for our Claridge's Christmas afternoon dinner tea. That's what he said. We've got to go and buy new clothes. Nothing wrong with the old ones. How old's this shirt? Oh, this shirt isn't too old. It's lovely, isn't it? My flamingo shirt. Anyway, back to this story. The limited edition items usually arrive in stores on Thursdays and Sundays, but shoppers have to act quick to bag the deals. Now, there's a very good example of this. Do you remember that delicious Mars spread I had the other week? Do you remember that? I mean, they last for ages. That jar lasted me a whole week. Can you believe that? That's good value, isn't it? A whole week that jar of Mars spread lasted. I used to have spoonfuls of... Oh, so nice. Went back in there, all gone. None of those, none of the Milky Way ones, and none, all gone. I knew I should have bought 2 of each. I only bought 1. It says items in high demand among shoppers, including Aldi's sell-out egg chair, I don't know what that is, have been known to sell out in minutes, but shoppers might be waiting even longer for the bargains due to a global shipping crisis that has hit Aldi's delivery schedule. And they list 78 items. There's like a computer, notebook, handheld garment steamer. What else have we got here? Drama, 13-watt engraving tool. I mean, who wants one of those? Pet collection, cactus cat ball bed. Wow. Where's the toaster written? There it is, toaster. Mini soldering torch kit. Screwdriver, 8-piece set. I wonder what that's like. My dad used to buy those things from the market. He'd buy a set of screwdrivers from the market, made in China. You put these don't ever buy cheap tools. You buy these cheap screwdrivers and you put it into a screw and turn it like that and it would just break straight away. George is on the line. Good evening, George.
Good evening, Chris.
All right, how are you tonight?
Sorry.
Do you need a new toaster, George?
Yes.
What's wrong with your old one?
You put it on number 3.
Yeah.
And you know when it goes golden?
Yes.
It is still white.
Oh, that's not working very well. Well, you'll have to go to Asda because you can't get them at Aldi at the moment. Terrible news.
Can I say one thing? I always wanted to say this.
Yes.
Chris Reardon in the morning with Johnny.
That was very good. Do you know, I think what I might do... Now, what's the timestamp on that? 9:47, isn't it? God, is it 13 minutes to 10 o'clock already? That's gone quick. Well, I remember that time. I'm going to, when I get home, which will be Saturday morning, I'll come back to this show, and I'll take that out, and I might use that as a jingle in the morning occasionally. Is that all right? Do I have your permission to do
Yeah.
that? Thank you in advance. You're welcome.
Send it to me because I want to hear what it says.
I will
Yeah.
do that.
I want to hear what it sounds like.
I might even be able to put that to the music. I might even be able to make you sound in tune. Hey, well, I've set myself a challenge now. Make George Bond sound in tune. Sorry?
I always wanted to do that.
Ah, it's wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, my toaster plays up. So yeah, and if you put it on 6, it burns.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have smoke alarms that go off?
And don't even got any batteries in it.
Dan Woodhouse is king of smoke alarms that go wrong, isn't
Oh,
he?
no, that
Beep,
used to
beep,
really
beep.
annoy me. Beep, beep.
What used to get on my nerves. All his live shows, this bloody smoke alarm was going off all the time. How can you even sleep in the same house as a smoke alarm that beeps every 30 seconds or whatever? How is that even possible?
Well, ours used to bleep all the time.
Did it until you changed the battery?
No, my nan just took the battery out.
Oh, okay. Oh, how is your nan? Is she all right?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Is she watching the show tonight?
I did actually ask her this time,
All right.
and she says, no, it's all right, I'm watching something else.
Oh. I feel quite hurt by that, George, really.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what I've done to upset her. It's just one of those things. Some friendships are not meant to be, are they, George? Is that it then?
Before I go, I met a nice lady, actually, who lives in Skegness.
Oh, yes. Is this a new girlfriend?
Yes, but I'm not with her anymore.
Oh. How long were you with her?
Yeah. 2 days.
Is that whole days, is it?
Yeah.
Oh. What went wrong?
One of her friends said I cheated on her when I didn't.
No, you're joking.
No.
Oh. Sorry to hear that, George. That's not very nice, is it?
Anyway, before you go, her name was called Terry.
Terry.
Terry. Trri.
Where did you meet her?
I bumped into her in. She coming to work. Well, not coming to work, but we have a cafe at work. And she was chatting to me like, how do you do all this and stuff like that. Now I got a text message saying, my name is Terry. Yeah?
Right.
I saw you at work. Oh.
Go on.
So, yeah, that's how I met her.
Oh. So what did you go out on a little date or something?
No.
No. But you've had a few girlfriends, haven't you? What's the secret?
Yeah.
I mean, Daniel Woodhouse don't seem to be able to find one.
I'm not saying anything.
No. Why is that then?
'Cause I know
Well, I thought you
you'd
could
be
give
listening.
advice.
I don't have Daniel Woodhouse on Facebook.
Oh, do you not? Oh, okay,
No,
love.
he don't.
Oh. Oh, what a shame. Never mind, I
Yes.
haven't blocked you, George. I'm here all the time.
Yes, I know.
You have a lovely evening. Bye-bye, George.
Thank you, Chris.
Bye now. Oh.
Bye.
Oh, that was a nice little... I like little stories like that, don't you? We're going to close the phone lines now, gang. No more calls tonight, okay? If you call now, you'll get a answer phone. Meanwhile, we must give out these raffle tickets now, my darlings. Raffle tickets now. We are winning next week a pen. One of my red I Am a Chris Reardon bingo winner pens, okay? All right, that's what we're going to do for the raffle next week. So here come your raffle tickets. Get ready to write these down, my sweethearts. Put them in some sort of order. Where's my jar? There it is here. Good. Standing by there. Ticket number 385 for Mr. Charlie Ray. Charlie Ray is in the house, in the house, in the house. Thank you, Charlie. 385 for you, Charlie. Okay. Thank you, Charlie. There's my lovely Fran Green. Hello, Fran, my love. All right, Fran. Fran, is it me, or are we sort of going more towards the ravey stuff on my radio show? I think we are, and that's completely accidental. I don't know why that's happening. It kind of works, though, doesn't it? Anyway, Fran Green, ticket number 386 for Fran Green. I like to do lots of different music, you know what I mean? Thank you, Fran. Diane Jebb, ticket number 387. Diane Jebb, ticket 387. I was talking to the lady who's got the caravan behind mine here. Oh, she's lovely, she is. Oh, we do have a laugh, me and her. She's from the Arsenal. Chatting away to her, and she'd been watching a couple of these shows as well. She found the one that when we was on the BBC about a year and a half ago. About a year and a half ago, that was. Hey, it was a stroke of luck again. Right place at right time. We were saying on that story earlier on, weren't we? Thank you, Fran. 387, that was, wasn't it? What's your number, Fran? Hang on, mate. 386 for Fran. Where's 387 gone then? How can that be missing? Hang on a minute. Let me just check these numbers here. I've done something wrong here, haven't I? Fran Green 386. Charlie Ray 385. Ah, Diane Jebb 387 for Diane Jebb. Thank you, Diane. Jason Hughes 388. Jason Hughes 388. John Parrish, ticket number 389. If you're with the radio show tomorrow morning, gang, 9 o'clock, you can have a raffle ticket then as well when we give out the raffle tickets at some point there, all right? You only get 10 minutes to claim your raffle ticket, okay, on there. Once that 10 minutes is gone, we close the lines, and then that's it, all right? So you'll be able to get that one tomorrow morning if you're listening. John Parrish, 389. Rachel Weedland, ticket number 390. What are you drinking at the moment, Rachel, as a matter of interest? Can I just ask that question? What are you having to drink at the moment, my love? 390, Rachel. Are we naughty? Sherry Parish, there's Sherry. 391 for lovely Sherry Parish. I feel incredibly relaxed at the moment. Isn't it funny, isn't it, eh? Very relaxed sitting here. There's Kelly. I know, yeah, Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. Ticket number 392 for you, darling. There you go. It's Colin Keenan. Hello, Colin. All right, Colin, who says, hi, Chris. Good evening. Hope you're well. I heard the Star Trek Voyager bed on your radio show earlier. Great choice. Enjoyed hearing it. That's from Colin K. Yes, I've got lots of different beds there. Lots of little bits of music I like to talk over. I don't know how I ever decided that I wanted, every time I spoke, I wanted a little bit of music under it. Did DJs, I don't think DJs used to do that, did they? In the old days. I think it's just something that came into my head. Let's try talking over a bit of music. You just drop the volume a little bit. And it kind of works for me. I've got to say, Colin, you know, and I've said before, you know, if I was at the moment, like on BBC or commercial radio, I wouldn't be doing the show that I want to do. That's the sad thing about it, really. That show you hear in the morning sounds exactly as I want it to sound. The way the talking, the beds, the jingles, that is exactly as it is for everyone on Reach On Air. Their shows is a real mix of different stuff, isn't it? And their shows sound exactly as they have decided they want them to sound. And that's the beauty about doing the internet radio there, Colin. Ticket number... Did I do you one? No, I haven't done it yet. Ticket number 393 for you, Colin. Glad you like that one. Colin K in the house. Ticket number 393, Colin. There's Maureen. Maureen, ticket number 394. Maureen says, thanks for getting the mic covers for you. Very kind of you. Hope to see you on Saturday. That's all right, Maureen. Anytime, my love. 394, Maureen. All right, darling. 394 for Maureen there. Gary Ross. Now, you must stop asking for those 2 tickets, Gary. You will have a smack bottom if you keep asking like that. He says, not a Bluetooth hob. He's trying to cook his dinner. Nothing was getting hot. Got new pots and pans. That's another £150 done. Well, actually, he probably spent more than that. He spent like over £100 once on a set of knives. £100 on bleeding knives. Mind you, there's a knife shop in Gary. There's a knife shop in Bracknell. They sell all these kitchen things. Can't remember what it's called now. But all the knives in there, 100, £150, £200 on a set of knives. How's that so dear for a few bits of metal? You know, I can dig up a bit of metal on the field. There'll be a piece of metal laying on the field. I'll just take it round to my nephew Gary, or my brother-in-law, and he'll put it on that machine and make them all sharp. You know, going round and round. Homemade knives. There's an idea. You should never give knives as a gift. Very bad. Never ever give knives as a gift to someone. That's what they say. Anyway, 395 for you, Gary Ross, on your 1 raffle ticket. Thank you very much, Gary Ross. 395. It's Ollie K in the evening. Reach on air. Hello, Ollie. I missed the raffle because it was at the Cadets. What was the winning number? Yes, the winning number is number 356. 356, Ollie. All right. Ollie, if you're not with us, you can always watch the recording later on if you're not there. You know that. And I'll also read out the numbers if it's not been claimed on Friday morning. If it has been claimed, I read out the number and the name. But you know how it is. It's up to you to claim. Once someone has claimed it. Thank you. How was Cadets tonight? Is that like Army Cadets or Sea Cadets? Sea Cadets. We used to have... In Putney, there was a Sea Cadets, what do you call them, like a company, pack, troop. There was a Sea Cadets group in Putney once. What cadets are you in? George, who we just spoke to earlier, ticket number 396 for Mr. George Bond. Thank you, George. Thank you, George. Rachel Wheatland is drinking water. If you say so, Rachel, darling. Thank you. Jeff Burley, there he is. There's our Jeff, who says, induction hobs work on magnetic principles. That's why non-ferrous utensils such as stainless steel, aluminium or copper do not work on them. So what's the metal used in the saucepans for an induction hob then? Is it like a special metal? What's that called? Oh, I have no idea what his pans are made. I don't sit there watching him cook. Oh, you can't go in the kitchen? No, because it's a new kitchen. Doesn't want me in there. In case I make it dirty. One thing about my mate, he is spotless. Everything is in the right place. He's got that ODH or whatever it's called, where they keep tidying stuff up and cleaning everything all the time. I mean, I think I hoovered in here a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember now. I do actually try and clean wherever I am before I leave, so that when I come back next time, it's nice and clean. Do you know what I mean? But Paige and Charlie, could you get your mum to drop you round here? You could clean out my caravan for us before I come back next time. I'll give you another pen or something, eh? Do you know, if I asked my sister, and I wouldn't have the cheek to do it, I wouldn't do it. But if I asked my sister to come out, couldn't clean the caravan, she'd be round here. Heart of gold, my sister. It's true. Absolutely true, that is. Do anything. Same as the brother-in-law, the nephew. Do anything for people. You know, I expect one or two of you are like that as well. I expect a lot of you are like that, actually. Anyway, Jeff, yeah, what are those pots made out of and things like that? Jeff, your ticket number is 397, Jeff. All right? There you go, Jeff. Ticket number 397. Cast iron or steel can be coated with Teflon or copper. Is that what those pots and pans are made out of? Are they expensive? He would have bought expensive one. He won't buy nothing cheap. He look down on his nose if he goes into your house and finds, Asda pots and pans. I've got those here. Don't bother me. A pot's a pot. I haven't. There we are, and we're back. I've got something going wrong with this computer here, I think. It's not the connection, because I'm able to do things. I don't know what's doing that. I've no idea what's causing the little problems here. I'm going to turn something off. What is that thing? Yeah, I've got a bit of an issue with the broadcast computer. It's just the video shows that we have the problem with. It's not the radio shows. And I hear the fan speeding up. There it goes. There it goes now. I can hear it speeding up again now. Anyway, it kind of works, doesn't it? It's all right. It's all right for an amateur television show, isn't it, my love? Ollie K, Sea Cadets. He's in the Sea Cadets, are you? Okay, excellent. Ticket number 398 for you, Ollie, all right? Ollie K, ticket number 398. That's the prize this week. One of my red bingo pens, all right, that we used to give out when we were doing a bingo. Thank you, Ollie. George, I know why my nan on, because I gave you my address. Did you? When was that? Oh, I suppose you must have done, really, when you had a prize, was it? Yeah. Well, don't worry about that, darling. Okay. The thing is, I know some of you have given me your address for sending various things. I mean, you know where I am. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's the bloke. Yeah, we watched him on the video. Yeah, it's this bloke. They'd be straight here, wouldn't they? Yeah, it's not like you don't know me, sort of, if you see what I mean. But there we are. Is that all the raffle tickets? I think that's all the raffle tickets done now, isn't it? Let's just go back to the emails there. Good. That's done, and that's done. All righty. That's all the raffle tickets done. Or we need have we got our lines are closed? I haven't got it on here, have I? Should I put it on here? We need the lines are closed music. Hang on a minute. Just a minute now, just a minute. Please stand by. I shall add the lines are closed jingle, because you won't know it's closed unless I've closed the lines. If you see what I mean. Data, 1 minute. Jingles. Oh, God. Where's that going to be? Is it going to be lines? What have I called it? Lines are closed. I'm sure it's called lines are closed, that one. Fingers crossed. No, it's not there. Oh, what a bummer. Jingles old. Karaoke. Reach jingles. Is it there? No. Oh, here we are. Lines are closed. Here we go. Lines are closed. Hang on. Lines are closed. Okay, yeah. Okay, lines are closed now for your raffle tickets, gang. You like that, didn't you? Hey? That was made for me by Danny Drayton. No more raffle tickets now, my darlings. Ollie K, is that for Thursday? Yes, that's the raffle ticket for next Thursday now, okay? This is for the new raffle that we're doing. Alrighty, time to go. Thanks ever so much for joining us on the show today. Thank you, those of you that sent in super chats today. Very much appreciated. And if anyone sent in a PayPal as well, just a thank you in advance, just in case you did, my darlings. I'll be back on the radio tomorrow morning. There we are. Do hope you'll be able to join me 9 till 10 o'clock, just after the 9 o'clock news. I shall be at reachonair.com. All right? Next chat show for you on Sunday night at 8 o'clock on this channel. If you're in the North London area, tomorrow night we do karaoke. That's at Central Station Bar in Wharfdale Road, King's Cross, 7:30 to 11 o'clock. Free entry. It's a great night. It really is a good night, and come and sing your heart out. I may or may not be attempting to do the brand new, one of the brand new ABBA songs, the one that's a bit more upbeat. See you again very soon. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday night, and thanks so much for watching and listening. Good night now.